defined, defined, defined.
This is a story about my mother, complicated woman like no other. To each their own, but I'll take you back to discover why no other mother ever hold a stack to my mother. Married off at 19, basically a child bride, to my father who was crazy with a wild side. All the opposites but goals accomplished, so she could find her freedom in a home that was something other than the one that she grew up in. Sheltered and raised to be a princess and do nothing but be pretty and have kids. Familiar habits, stability and certainty, fragility as is. And my dad was everything her dad wasn't. Might have been a good father but a bad husband. Rough and tumble, savage and unpredictable, tough and rugged but couldn't manage all of his drinking, so he put her on a roller coaster that she couldn't ride. Explosive temper, trigger happy and a womanizer. And God bless the man, but he had his demons, started hating each other's guts and must have had the reasons. And while they worked hard to get those reasons up, he up and fucking died, left her to pick the pieces up. Notes from rehab, the hopes that we had all flushed down the drain from his hopeless relapse. And he was so self-destructive, though no man could touch his soul essence and what's his. Turned his beautiful bride into a young widow, single mother, unprotected kids through a tough window. It's like we all grew up at once. I was 10, Amin was 7, and still you were so young. Three of us against the world and vulnerability, and figuring it out like little girls inside a vicious sea of stairs and lecherous men and terrible things. Lessons don't get you see when predators pretend to be friends, wondering when it'll end. Thunder and scary events, functional as you can be from struggles at 7 and 10. Intense grief, the whole family went for Omar to find God, balance, and sanity. You saw your mother-in-law's passion and vanity, and life force depleting from a raw savage calamity. Went from carefree to wishful and clear, to absorbing and internalizing imprints of fear about your own kids. So whatever you could do for us, you make it happen. While I'm circling the clock, but praying I'd be the greatest rapper. So you put us in a plane and took us to New York. Our first America trip, you booked her and you are hope for life and heal us to a change of scenery. The three of us together do something we didn't see coming. Life can be a merciless teacher. Woke up one morning to the first and worst to get seizures. Didn't cower, me and Amin were first to the scene, 11 and 8, and we were so determined you'd be here. Auntie Sophie and the ambulance had turned up right on time. 30 minutes later you'd have turned shut. Still you flatlined at the hospital. We thought we lost you, but you came back with the balls to shoot. Back in life, from a princess to a god, it was the spirit of a warrior, a killer and a hardened soldier. The party's over when you say the fucking party's over. Knew you had a job to do, to be with us to all grow older. And even though you had your memory wiped through the amnesia, you knew you had to cherub delights. Didn't remember our names, but you remembered our being. Sent for us in the ICU, your flesh and your veins covered in bruises. From ripping out your IVs, I'd see glimpses of your old self in tiny glitches and instances as your memories would trickle back and trigger back incentives to get better. Not a simple task, dispatched in weeks on the road to recovery, epilepsy and seizures, but bold and back on your feet. Within a year you were working at companies, no qualifications, education or a husband, we were nothing. The elders had created the illusion that we all were rich, gambled their wealth, got in trouble and they all had dipped. You worked many hours to see some funds, barely touched Baba's savings, earned 20,000 rupees a month. Wanted to take care of you the fullest that I can, and even as a child I had to bite the bullet like a man. You were my first fan, and you fought for me. You fought everybody just so I could be an artist. See, when nobody believed in me, you pushed me to be something. You fought teachers, uncle, aunts, your in-laws, and society for my right to do what I do so that I could dream. It is us against the world, and you will always ride with me. And I remember flunking out of school and getting thrown out of a few and left with nothing else to do. You dipped into Baba's funds and took what would have gone to college. Here's $100,000 so you can explore this without being held back in this country. So I went to LA and blew it all chasing a young dream. I was stupid as fuck and I was premature. Wanted to blow up quick so we could be secure. 19 and mindless, attracted leeches and vampires who sucked everything dry and had to teach us some damn science so we could be in balance through the challenges and happenings that followed and surpass them as our path finds us. Another day, another seizure, business partners cheating you out of your money while you feed us through these government bans. So I was stuck in a cage in 2012 when I nearly died. The hunger and rage was all consuming. I worried about you and I felt the pressure tenfold and hurried up about this fucking sucking mess. I left for America soon as you got remarried, homeless for a year and losing weight as I would hustle gladly and put myself at risk just to secure our future. You got it on the next year, thank God I scored a huge one. But there was more work to do in accordance to the truth that I was brought up for you. A couple health scares before you started getting better. Nana's death and all the scar mounted to a lot of pressure. I left it all home summer in 2017, scouring LA, hunting for a record deal. And while I was better than any drone to fly in this region. These bitch ass suits told me to go and try in India. Mama, will you stop fucking complaining about everything? You have everything, I will get you everything. When I was in LA, hunting for a record deal, you and Amin were home alone and shit got very real. I wasn't there to defend you and that's a scary thing. Who's broke in with guns to your dome and stole your wedding rings? But let it go, I'll get you more than you can imagine. Afford what you couldn't fathom and more cause you didn't abandon us. Now I'm yours for life, forever a loyal son. Vendettas and coils none, we end and rejoice as one. Whenever your war's done, I'll settle the scores for you. Trust that you raise a king and never be worried for me. Forever a queen, and as I walk through hell's door, there's no other bitch that I would walk through hell for. And even my father's spirit is alive, cause you raised me to be a man the best you could, and I would die for you. Sit with your back straight, don't sit with your legs crossed. Little things you told me when I was little and egg soft. Hatched into a falcon from the nurture you gave me, and I'm certain you're the reason I'm a murderous crazy. Even though you can be a psychopathic nutcase, you're still a graceful goddess and your light surpasses sun rays. And one way, someday soon, at least 10 million in the bank from your son to you. From me to you, I know all that shit is symbolic. You are the reason that I'm funny and I'm gorgeous. You are the reason that I'm cool and I'm a genius. All the music you exposed me to from moving through my teen years. If it wasn't for you, then I would never be here. And this isn't even about me, it doesn't seem fair. And no 9 minutes song alone could ever do you justice. No 9 minutes song alone could ever do you justice. I could go on about you if it's what you had wanted. Words couldn't describe what you mean to me, though you're truly something.
It's been quite a journey. It's been like a roller coaster ride. From the time I got married, I knew that I chose him. I wanted to experience life, and Salim gave me that. I didn't realize quite how scary it would be at times. And it was like thrilling, it was exciting, but it was also terrifying. After Salim died, it was a very, very painful breakdown. Salim has shared with me the two most incredible children. You are that you're sensitive, you're warm, you're loving, you're creative. You have genius within you, you have sensitivity within you. You've got also tremendous strength. Probably the strongest person I know. And the people who know you from your music might not know that at all because they just see this rapper. They don't see you as a sensitive character. But you are. You're sensitive, but you're strong. People who know you know what I'm saying. Being a widow at such a young age pushed me over the edge. I didn't have the education, I didn't have the work experience, but I still got out of the house every day. I wanted to provide for my children, give them a good life. I had to play the role of both parents. 6 months after Salim died, we went to New York. One morning I didn't wake up. It was a nightmare. My children saved my life 6 months after their father had died. They literally saved my life. And I went to the other side, and it wasn't my time. I came back, but I saw something beautiful. I saw something beyond this world. It was God, and it was divine. Although I wanted to be the role of both parents, my children often had to parent me. This made them strong, this made them tough, resilient, wise, patient, courageous. Together we've grown stronger, together we've made each other better. We're so blessed to be healthy and to have overcome everything. It was a dark patch, but we survived, we thrived, and it's given me tremendous faith in the divine. I love music. At a young age, I always exposed Adil to very diverse music. When he was gestating in my womb, things like Pink Floyd, Fleetwood Mac, Dire Straits, to classical music as well. He was exposed to a lot of variety. I saw in Adil passion and determination. I vicariously get the kick as if I created it myself. He's doing it on a level that I could never have imagined. I nurtured and encouraged it. I did fight for him to be able to keep his passion alive.